black screen, faint wind sounds, slow piano keys, narrator, voiceover. Some houses breathe, some remember, and in the heart of Raven Hill stands one house that doesn't just remember, it speaks. Act 1, the letter scene. A young woman named Emily sorts through a pile of old letters in her apartment. No return address. Inside is a message scrawled in faded ink. Your family hid something from you. Something terrible. Come to 39 Holloway Street, the place where it all began, and see. Signed simply. H. Emily reads it again, her brow furrowed with confusion. Who's this from? What does it mean? And why is it addressed to her? Her parents died years ago in a house fire. Their home had been old, a relic of a bygone era. An antique shop filled with relics, trinkets, knickknacks, and heirlooms. That much she remembered, but nothing about a hidden secret. As if compelled by some invisible force, she checks the envelope again. There's no return address, but one thing catches her eye. An embossed stamp bearing a street address. 39 Holloway Street. Could it be the same place? The fire. Her mind races, remembering a house like that. A sudden chill runs down her spine as a memory surfaces. A vision of a house in flames. Her parents nowhere to be seen. She was only 7, but the trauma has left an indelible mark. A gaping hole in her past. She searches online for any trace of it, but finds nothing. The house, it seems, was never there. Or if it was, it's vanished without a trace, yet something compels her to investigate. The letter is dated the day her parents died. Could there be more to their deaths than she realized? Was it an accident, suicide, or murder? And what about this house? If it really existed, where is it now? The address matches the house her parents lived in before it burned, but according to the records, it still stands. So against her better judgment, she decides to drive there. As she approaches, the road ahead becomes shrouded in fog, an unnatural mist that seems to cling to her car like a shroud. The GPS on her phone loses signal. With each turn, the mist thickens. She can feel eyes upon her, watching her every move. Finally, the mist clears, and before her stands a house that seems frozen in time. She can't believe her eyes. This must be the place, yet it seems impossible. The house should be gone. She checks the address again to make sure. It's correct. But how can this be? This house is identical to the one that burned down 20 years ago. The paint is chipped. The windows are boarded up. The garden is overgrown. Despite its age, there is something eerie about the house that sends shivers down her spine. Why is she compelled to come here? What secrets lie within its crumbling walls? She takes a deep breath and steps out of her car. Act 2, the first signs. As Emily cautiously makes her way inside, she notices that the air is cold, despite the warm summer night. Webs of cobwebs brushed against her skin as she moved through the house, each step echoing ominously in the silence. She could feel the weight of unseen eyes boring into her back. She continues deeper into the house, finding rooms that seem frozen in time, filled with furniture covered in dust sheets. She brushes one aside to reveal a table and chairs, as if waiting for a family to sit down for dinner. A sudden gust of wind slams a door shut, startling her. Was she imagining things? Or is the house really coming alive around her? She shakes off the thought, attributing it to the creaking of an old house. As she moves further into the house, she notices a broken photo lying on the floor. She picks it up, brushing off the dust, to reveal 2 people she recognizes instantly. Her parents. But there is a third person in the photo, a pale woman with hollow eyes, staring directly at the camera. She's dressed in clothing from another era, yet she seems oddly familiar. Emily can't help but feel a sense of dread wash over her. Who is this woman, and why does she feel so uneasy? Before Emily can dwell on the unsettling image any longer, a whisper echoes through the room, barely audible, yet chilling. You shouldn't be here, Emily. She whirls around, but there is no one in sight. Perhaps it was the wind, she thinks, trying to rationalize the sound away. But then she hears it again, closer this time. You shouldn't be here, Emily. A sudden crash from the basement makes her jump. A child's laugh rings out, echoing through the halls. It's followed by a whisper. She's here. She's here. The whispers grow louder, surrounding her. Panic begins to set in. She wants to run, to escape the suffocating dread that's enveloping her. But her feet seem rooted to the spot. As the whispers reach a fever pitch, the lights flicker and dim, casting long, eerie shadows across the room. Then, suddenly, they go out, plunging her into darkness. In the basement, her gaze falls on a jarred wooden chest tucked away in a corner. As she draws closer, she notices strange markings carved into its surface, symbols she doesn't recognize, yet seem to writhe and twist before her eyes. Curiosity overwhelms her, and she reaches out to touch it. But as her fingers brush against the cold, hard wood, the door slams shut behind her, trapping her in the darkness. She spins around, banging on the door, but it won't budge. Help me, she cries out, her voice echoing in the confined space. But her pleas are met with silence. The whispers grow louder, circling her like hungry wolves. She can feel their icy breath on her neck, their voices slithering into her ears. She falls to her knees, fear constricting her throat. What have I done? She whispers, realizing she may have unleashed something she cannot control. As the whispers reach a crescendo, the room erupts in movement. The dolls lining the shelves begin to sway, their heads turning to face her, their eyes gleaming with an eerie light. The scratched and torn furniture writhes as if coming alive. And from the shadows, a figure emerges, a woman with a scorched face and a twisted smile. Her eyes burn with an otherworldly fire, and her outstretched hand is tipped with wicked claws. The creature lunges, and Emily screams, a primal sound of terror that echoes through the basement. She scrambles backward, desperate to escape the clutches of the creature. But there is no escape. The creature advances, its presence growing stronger with each step. And then it's gone, vanishing into thin air. Emily sits there frozen, her heart pounding in her chest. As the silence descends once more, she looks around the room, searching for the creature, but there is no sign of it. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself. Was it a hallucination brought on by the darkness and her own fear? Or is there something truly sinister lurking in the shadows of the basement? Act 3. The basement. Emily finds the chest and tries to open it. The lock has been destroyed, and inside she finds a doll, singed and torn. But her attention is drawn to something else. Lying beneath the doll is a small mirror. As she picks it up, she sees not her own reflection, but the room around her. And then, something horrifying. In the mirror, her reflection begins to change. Her skin takes on a sickly pallor. Her eyes glow with an eerie light, and a twisted smile spreads across her face. Panic surges through her. She drops the mirror, knocking it to the ground where it shatters, shards hitting the floor. Then she looks down at her hands, noticing scratches she hadn't seen before. They seem to burn and throb. Emily realizes, horrified, that the creature had marked her. The whispers grow louder, circling her, taunting her. She flees the basement, desperately seeking an escape from the house. But no matter which way she turns, she ends up back in the basement. The house seems to be closing in on her, trapping her in its suffocating embrace. She pounds on the walls, screaming for help, but her cries go unheard. As she runs through the labyrinthine halls, she comes across the room with the fireplace. Memories flood back. She remembers sitting here with her parents, listening to their stories, feeling safe and loved. But that life is gone, lost in the flames of the fire. Tears stream down her face as she sinks to the ground, overwhelmed with grief and fear. She feels something inside her snapping, a part of her breaking. She looks down at her hands, now adorned with glowing red markings, and a single thought echoes in her mind. I have to get out of here. She runs again, desperate to escape the house. Act 4, the truth. But as she runs, she realizes the truth. The house didn't just survive the fire. It's trapped in time, holding on to the past. And she was the one who caused the fire. She was the one who brought the flames. But how? And why? The whispers grow louder, urging her on. She can feel their presence all around her, their voices echoing in her head. They tell her she's the chosen one, the vessel for their return. She doesn't want to be their vessel. She wants to escape. She stumbles into a room, her heart pounding in her chest. But it's just another room filled with dust and cobwebs. There's no escape. She turns to leave, but as she does, she sees a glimmer of light ahead. Hope surges through her. She runs toward it, desperate for a way out. But when she reaches it, she finds only a dead end. The whispers mock her, their voices dripping with malice. You can't escape us, Emily. We're a part of you now. She collapses to her knees, defeated. She looks down at her hands, now completely red, and a sob escapes her lips. It's too late. She's trapped here with them forever. The whispers surge around her, enveloping her in their icy embrace. She can feel their presence seeping into her, becoming a part of her. She closes her eyes, tears streaming down her face. And in the silence that follows, there is only peace. As the darkness envelops her, Emily has one last glimpse of the mirror in the other room. She sees her reflection, but it isn't her. The reflection smiles, a cruel, mocking grin spreading across its face. End scene. Black screen. Wind fades. Piano plays softly. Narrator. Some family secrets should stay buried. Based on an unsolved real case from 1998. Whispers from the Cellar. True horror. Emily never left.